Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com.
I'm Bob. How's it going?
Welcome back to our Top 5 Fridays weekly ski industry news videos. We missed last week because I was in Sun Valley.
Yeah, tough life.
Tough life. Yeah, I wanted to actually do a video, a special edition Top 5 Fridays from Sun Valley. Just didn't pan out.
Yeah, it looked like you had great snow and a good time.
Great snow, good time.
Yep.
We'll be sharing more from that trip this coming Monday. So keep an eye out for that.
Yep.
In the meantime, right now, we're in the middle of the Vocal Ski Happy entry period. So I mentioned that on our social media accounts when I was out in Sun Valley. Entry period goes through this Sunday night. You could win a pair of M6 Mantras.
Yeah, that'd be great for just taking a picture and submitting it.
Yeah, or multiple pictures.
Yeah.
So, yeah, super easy to submit photos. I'll leave a link to the official contest page in the description of this video. And, yeah, hopefully you guys are getting out on snow this weekend and can snap some photos. If not, maybe you've got some photos kicking around that are great and you'd like to share with us and potentially could win some skis. So, with that said, I think we can get right into the news. Lots of FIS ski racing updates this week, Bob.
Yeah, racing, freestyle, all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, all sorts of FIS. We're getting really right into the heart of the season here.
Right, Olympics are right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Yep.
X Games is not this weekend, but the
2 weeks.
following weekend, I think. Could be wrong about that. So anyways, we're starting off with some FIS updates. The women were in, we actually have multiple women's races to cover. They were in Slovakia for giant slalom and slalom. Michaela took 7th in the giant slalom. I managed to catch her run. It's pretty solid. Nothing like spectacular. I think I only saw her second run. But solid skiing.
Yep.
You know, I think Michaela's on the right trend right now. In slalom, Michaela was down just 25/100ths of a second after run 1. I thought that her skiing in run 2 was some of the best I have seen her ski in years, and she was like too good.
Right.
She hooked her tip, was just a little too quick, hooked her tip on one of the gates, and I didn't even realize. Like, you know, so it's such a like minute, like tiny little difference in whether you're clearing the gate or hooking your tip that like to the naked eye, to me it looked like she was fine, and then she just stopped. And like my initial reaction was like, no,
you gotta keep
going.
Faster.
So that's a bummer. Paula Moltzen was the top U.S. finisher in 13th. The women then moved on to Austria for slalom, where Michaela redeemed herself and put down an absolute scorcher of a second run. I didn't catch this live, but I watched the recap of it, and I mean, it was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just very strong skiing, and put herself, I think she went into it almost half a second behind Petra going into the second runs, and she ended up winning by, I think, 15/100ths. So
I wonder if she gets like mad when she's behind in the first run, and
probably.
then
A skier of her caliber, I would say probably. And that win officially broke Stenmark's record. So Michaela now has 47 career slalom wins.
I don't think I have 47 wins in anything my whole life.
But it was cool. You know, Michaela was pretty emotional after the race. She like broke down in tears, like leaning over one of the like finish corral gates. So.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, no, congratulations to Michaela Schifrin. I would venture a guess that she doesn't frequent the Top 5 Fridays ski industry news videos, but
You never know.
like we said to Chris Ben Chetler in the Ben Chetler video, Michaela, if you're watching,
Right. Good job.
great job. On the men's side of thing, we had a slalom and giant slalom race in Switzerland. Not tremendous results for the U.S. team. Brian McLaughlin was 29th in giant slalom. Luke Winters was 10th in slalom.
Maybe they're saving themselves for the Olympics.
We got some speed events coming up, which is kind of the strength of the men's team right now. So hopefully we get some better finishes there. And then the Mammoth Grand Prix for both skiing and snowboarding, free skiing or freestyle. Went off. It was a great competition. I always like watching this as somebody who lived in Mammoth. It's just fun. Like they build the jumps in a different spot now, but it's just cool to see like the sun was setting behind. Is it Chair 1? Like the little peak that Chair 1 goes up over, and I was like, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Those shadows are annoying. So anyway, really strong showing from the U.S. team at the Mammoth Grand Prix. In slopestyle, Alex Hall was first, Nick Gepper was second, Mac Forehand was fourth, Evan McEachran from Canada was slid right in there in third. Nick Gepper was leading like pretty much the whole competition. Came down to the last run of the last competitor. Alex Hall did one of the best slopestyle runs I've ever seen in my life. I think maybe the best rails that have ever been done in any slopestyle competition.
That's high praise.
It is, but like they were really good. So really exciting to see that group of U.S. skiers heading into the Olympics. In halfpipe, the U.S. team did not take the win. But they took second, third, and fourth with David Wise in second, Aaron Blunk in third, Burke Irving in fourth. Nico Porteous did both way double cork 1620s. Pretty sure I showed that to you yesterday.
Yeah, we watched that yesterday.
So he took the win, and he basically changed the sport of halfpipe skiing forever in doing so, because no one's ever done that before, and I don't think anybody else in the world can do them both ways back to back. I don't even think anybody else has really done 16s. So.
Well, and then there's doing it, and then there's landing it in competition.
Yeah, two very different things.
Very different things.
Yep. Nico's looking great heading into the Olympics. On the women's side of thing, Eileen Gu and Kelly Silderu kind of continue their dominance of the sport. So in halfpipe, Eileen Gu took first, Kelly was second. Britta Sigourney was third. Hannah Fallhaber, I always have a hard time pronouncing her last name, was fourth. And then on the slopestyle side of things, Kelly and Eileen essentially flipped. So Kelly was first, Eileen was second, and Maggie Voisin from the U.S. picked up third. Always been a big fan of Maggie Voisin skiing. Lots of style. You can tell she was a fan of park skiing.
Yeah.
Which I like to see.
She smile. It's good.
Probably.
Look like she's happy doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Absolutely.
I think that's a big part.
Yep, definitely. No, I'd say like that's a strong part of the women's side of the sport in general. They all look like they're having a great time and passionate about being there. I think some of the men, especially guys that have been doing it for a long time, can kind of get caught up in the expectations and stress. So, yeah, great to see. And then our third and fourth topics of the week, both are kind of surrounding Vail Resorts, so we thought we would just kind of lump them into one topic for video purposes. So it feels like Vail Resorts as a company is starting to respond to some feedback from their guests and employees, Bob.
Yeah, they've got a couple things on the horizon, it seems like.
Yeah, so they announced a $2 per hour employee bonus. I look at it as basically an incentive to stay through the remainder of the season.
Yep.
I would imagine that they're probably dealing with losing some employees, which is tough because they didn't have enough to begin with at most resorts. So what they're doing here is they're offering a $2 per hour raise that's paid out as a bonus at the end of the season, which is complicated. Not that complicated, but it's not just a $2 an hour raise. You have to stay through the remainder of the season to get it.
Yeah, I think they're expecting retention with that technique.
Yep, and they made it pretty clear that they sent out a nice email to their employees and made it really obvious and gave some examples like, if you work this many hours from this date to this date, your check will be this much.
Right.
So that was kind of cool to see. It could always be more, but it's a nice start.
Right. Yep.
And then we got word that Vail Resorts and Park City Ski Patrol have reached an agreement on principle. So they've been going back and forth. I think the stats up to they've had 47 rounds of negotiations that haven't gone anywhere.
Seems like too much.
I agree. It seems like a lot of negotiations. But what they've said is that they have reached an agreement, and we'll just have to keep our eyes and ears open as to what that agreement is.
Yeah. I hope the best for the patrollers. Hope they get what they want and deserve.
Yeah, me too. And I suppose good news for anybody planning on skiing Park City this weekend.
Right.
Because for a little while it looked like you might not be able to if the entire ski patrol went on strike. So that's good.
Yep.
I know a lot of people that live and ski out there, so
yeah,
they can go skiing.
I think everyone just wants to keep skiing.
Yeah, keep skiing and kind of just figure out all the stressful things going
Right.
on in the sport of skiing right now, I suppose is fair to say. And with that, we're just right into the edits of the week. So a couple cool videos to start this week. Black Crow's The Ghost Ski Resorts. That looks really cool. I didn't get to watch
Yeah, I
the
didn't
whole
get to
thing.
this one. I got to the others.
And then we have Born, a ski film by Micah Evangelista.
Yeah, like Mount Baker oriented, it
Yeah.
seems. Some really cool crashes like midway through.
Sweet.
You know, it's like a 15-minute video and like
Yep.
7-minute mark. There's a lot of deep snow. You know, it looks like it's soft, but they're hitting pretty hard. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's some good ones in there.
Snow is always deceptive. Not always, but often.
Yeah.
You look at something that looks soft and
You're still dropping 50 feet out of the air on some of these things, so
yeah, it still
yeah,
hurts.
it's hard.
And then we got another just minute-long edit from Candide Thovex called Yellow Pow. I couldn't determine if that was because he was wearing a yellow jacket or because, like, the sun and the coloring of the snow.
I don't know. I thought it was his coat. But
Go with coat.
that one starts to heat up about halfway through. I think like
It
at
does.
the 40-second mark, it starts to get pretty crazy. Not
Yeah.
that the first 40 seconds aren't impressive, but
No, I agree 100%. When I first watched it, I was somewhat underwhelmed, like just because usually what Candide puts out is mind blowing.
yeah,
And I always enjoy watching him ski. You know, he's just such an awesome person to watch on skis. So it's not like I wasn't enjoying the first half of it. But yeah, there was a moment in that video where I was like, oh, yep,
Yep.
here we go. That's crazy.
his legs are just made from some other material.
No, he's like 130 pounds. That's
There's just something else in his legs.
no. I mean,
I'm
you're
convinced.
totally. I think just his leg strength,
Yeah.
like his leg strength to body weight ratio is off the charts.
Right.
I think that's what it is.
And it doesn't even look difficult.
No, nothing he
Like,
does looks
doesn't
hard.
look remotely difficult.
Yeah.
Which is just so impressive.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see somebody comment on Candide skiing and say something like, I'm not that impressed, he's just going straight. But he's not.
Right.
Like, watch the subtleties in his movements, and like he lands off, he'll go like 120 feet in the air and
Right.
he lands in a slashed turn so he can make like the next turn or something.
Yeah.
He just does incredible things on skis, and obviously I enjoy watching.
Yeah.
So that's it for Top 5 Fridays. Bob, anything exciting going on this weekend?
Well, hopefully I'll stay off the mountain tomorrow. Looks like we're never going to get above 0 for the day. I don't know, maybe a couple runs just to say I did, but I won't like it.
Wish me luck. I will be coaching from 8:30 to 3. And yeah, I think last I looked, it's high of -6.
Maybe someone will bring you a hot cocoa out there on the hill.
I don't foresee that happening. And then it looks like we got some snow on the way on Monday.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
should be fun. I think the storm is going to go a little bit more coastal than us, but fingers crossed, knock on.
Part of
Is
fake
that
wood.
Fake wood? This is
That's real wood.
real wood. We'll go with that. So yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you're able to get out on snow. And look out for some exciting stuff on Monday. And we'll talk to you then.
Bye.